Hello and welcome to a special episode today where we are going to talk about something very exciting. Recently, we announced ChatGPT is available in preview in the Azure OpenAI service. So, with the Azure OpenAI service, over 1,000 customers are applying to the advanced AI models, which includes the DALI model, the GPT 3.5, the Codex model, and other large language models. Since ChatGPT was introduced last year, we have seen a variety of scenarios which it can be used for, like summarization, like generating, email copies, or even helping software programmers with any questions or directly into their applications, or enhancing bots or handle unexpected questions. So, what we are going to do today is have a look at ChatGPT on Azure OpenAI service. And for that, I want to invite my very good friend Rory Preddy. Welcome, Rory.
Thank you so much for having me here, Hatim, all the way from South Africa, Johannesburg. And I've got an incredible demo to show you today on how ChatGPT on Azure OpenAI service, with just a few elements of configuration, can really aid your customers to have a full-fledged large generative model chatbot.
That is great. So, before we start, Rory, I want to understand how do we get access to the Azure OpenAI?
That's a great question. So we gated our access to make sure that we can ensure that you understand our ethical AI rules, restrictions, and you understand the usage for the underlying bot. So you need to go for a very small interview online form and then request access to your Azure subscription. And in our demo, I'm going to show you how to get started and how to fill out the form.
That's great. So, without wasting much time, let's go ahead and jump in the demo.
Great. This is the startup screen, and you can see this is the Azure OpenAI service. And on the screen here, you've got a little button saying apply now. So click through this and you'll get a form that will prompt you to fill in your particulars. You can fill in your first name, your last name, how many Azure IDs would you like to have access to the subscription, then your Azure ID subscription ID. Now that you can access if I go to my actual subscription, you can access via your subscription link there. And you take your subscription ID and you would actually go in and paste your subscription ID. Your company email address, so you need to submit that, but you can see here, submit it with a personal email address. You need to have a company email address. So for example, it would be, if you worked for Starbucks, it would be at starbucks.com.
Got it.
Your company name, your street address, your company city, your province, your zip code, and your company country. But you need to also just put the full name there, not the abbreviated name.
Got it.
Your company website, so ideally where your contact details, because remember, we are going to vet this and make sure it is trustworthy. Your company phone number, and then your organization. So is it a service provider or a Microsoft service provider? You can fill that out there. And then what is your size of your company? What category does your company fall under? What type of industry does your company fall under? Do you have a contact at Microsoft? So this would be your customer support personnel or your sales representative, and their email address. Is it for your own organization or for a customer? Which region? So we're in Dubai, so I would select West Europe. And then which Azure OpenAI service are you requesting access for? If you want to use ChatGPT, then the text and code models. If you want to wait a little bit longer, you can use the DALI models, but that is gated a little bit further. because we have a little bit of a longer process for that.
Okay.
You need to just say that I attest to the terms and conditions. You can read the legal terms there, and then you can actually hit submit. And that will give you access. Well, that will ask for access, and it will take about 7 to 10 working days for you to retrieve your access to Azure Open AI. So once you have that, let's just close here. You'll on your subscription here, you'll get access to the Azure Open AI service. And I've deployed a model already here. And I've deployed the GPT 3.5 Turbo version.
Nice.
And you can see here, there is, you can only have the scale type standard. And then I have my details there. So once I have that, you can see it's already deployed. I can go to Azure Open AI Studio. I'll click that, and it will open up. It's basically like a SQL prompter that you can access all of that. Now, you can go GPT-3 Playground, but we're going to show you today the ChatGPT Playground under preview. So I'm going to click through that, and it is going to give me the option to use some examples, and then it's going to give me the system message here. So in the examples here, you can see that you're an AI assistant that helps people find information.
Nice.
And then I've got a chat. You can see start chatting. So I'm going to go here just to quickly go there, and I'm going to go hello, and click send, and it's going to show me in the chat here. It's going to go hello. How can I assist you today? Now I can tweak a lot of those services. You can see the max response here. So that's the characters. So it's 800 characters. The temperature. So that's the creativity. So if you want to make the bot a little bit more creative, a little bit more vibrant, maybe a little bit more cheeky. The top P, which is the randomness that you can select. The stop sequences, if you want to do so, you can stop and there, and then also past messages included. You can see that even gives me a current token count. So let's do a little bit more of a advanced example here. So I'm going to go choose the template here, and I'm going to use Xbox Customer Support Agent.
I love Xbox.
And update the system message. I'm going to get rid of the user prompt here, and I'm going to get rid of the assistant prompt here. So over here, it says you are an Xbox customer support agent whose primary goal is to help users with issues they're experiencing with their Xbox devices. You are friendly and concise. You only provide factual information to queries and do not provide answers that are not related to Xbox. So you're prompting and you're feeding in the ChatGPT to be able to respond to the person. But I also want to be able to retrieve the person's information and provide a personalized service. So I've got a little bit of text here, and I'm going to go into this text, and I'm going to say the system message, and I'm going to go Control V, additional content, today's date, which is the 10th of March, the user's name, Rory. So in the real world case, it would go to the database and pull the user's details, and the user's console Xbox One X. I'm going to save these changes here. You can also, if you want to do this via JSON, Python, or a REST service, you can actually do, but we're going to use the OpenAI Studio. And then I'm going to actually go start chatting. And over here, I'm going to go hello. Now, it should actually prompt me now because it's retrieved information from the database with my name, and also it should say, oh, you want help with your product.
Yep.
So I'm going to go send here, and it's going to go, hello, Rory. Welcome to Xbox Customer Support. How may I assist you today with your Xbox One X?
Amazing. That nailed it.
So I can say, I need to log a ticket, a support ticket. Now watch this, for my Apple iPhone. Remember, we did tell it, listen, don't talk about other devices. And then go support. And it's in there. I'm sorry. It only applies at that because we've already narrowed it down there. So, okay. I need to log a support ticket for my Xbox. And it'll give me the prompt that I should get. Sure, I can help you with that. What seems to be the issue with your Xbox? So first, it's going to say, it's going to try help you. So how do I power it down? And it's going to say to me here, How do I power it down? Let's try that again. Help.
I think you might need to scroll down.
Yes, it's too
Yes.
much. And to power it down, it gave me their alternative you can power. Let me know if you have any questions. I still need to log a support ticket. Please tell me how. And send. To log a support ticket, and it'll tell you how to do that. And
Yes.
I hope this information helps. And then we can just say, thank you so much. I don't need any more help.
That is amazing. That was so simple, Rory.
And yeah, so it says, don't hesitate again, have a great day. And remember, we set the tone. So I could actually put here, create a very concise bot without friendly. And even something, let's just say that we've got a support helpline for people who are suffering from depression. I could say be a little bit more caring, a little bit more gentle. At the same time, I can play around with the ability to go in there, change the response time, the temperature, the top P, and also the pass message type, and then deploy this with ease. I can just go in there, view the code, and deploy this via REST service and call it in Python, in Java, in .NET.
That is great. We saw something really great, Rory. Thanks a lot. And I hope you go ahead, apply for the service, get access to ChatGPT on Azure Open AI, and you can build applications accordingly. Thanks a lot for joining us today. Thank you, Rory.
Thanks so much, Chatty.
Thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.